Have you ever seen your parents fight and felt completely helpless? I remember the first time I truly understood what it meant to be caught in the middle. I was about 16, and like most teenagers, I thought I had everything figured out. But one night, everything changed. It was just an ordinary evening, or so I thought. My parents were in the living room, arguing as they always did. They'd been having these small, tense conversations for months, but tonight it was different. The words they exchanged weren't just heated, they were cutting, sharp. It felt like the air in the room got colder, heavier with each passing minute. At first, I tried to ignore it. I put my headphones on, thinking if I couldn't hear them, maybe everything would go back to normal. But their voices grew louder, more intense, and soon I couldn't pretend anymore. I stepped into the living room, unsure of what to do. My mom was standing near the door, her eyes red with anger, and my dad was sitting on the couch, looking exhausted. I couldn't believe the words coming out of their mouths, things I'd never heard them say to each other before. "Why can't you ever listen to me?" my mom shouted, her voice breaking. "I've listened for years," my dad snapped back, his fists clenched at his sides. "But you never hear me." I just stood there, frozen, not knowing who to turn to or what to say. It felt like everything I knew about my family was being torn apart right in front of my eyes. In that moment, I felt completely powerless. I wanted to scream at them to stop, to remind them of the love they once had, but all I could do was watch. They kept fighting, their words growing more and more venomous, until finally my mom walked out of the room, tears streaming down her face. I looked at my dad, his face filled with regret, but there was nothing left to say. He just stared at the ground, lost in his own thoughts. The silence that followed was deafening. I felt as if I had lost a part of myself that night, the innocence I had about my family, the idea that things were always going to be okay. The next day, everything seemed normal again. My parents didn't talk about it, and neither did I, but I couldn't shake the feeling that something had shifted. I kept wondering, did they ever really see me, or were they so caught up in their own hurt that they couldn't even see each other? It's hard to forget moments like that when you realize your parents, the people who are supposed to be your rock, can be just as broken as anyone else. But the question still lingers, did that fight change everything? Or did it simply make me see things in a way I'd never noticed before?